So instead of going live in the Facebook group this time, I decided I'm just going to record us in the studio and throw it on our YouTube and probably our social medias and stuff like that. So that way, you know, because that stuff gets deleted after a while, and you know, we need more content on that stuff anyway. So, since Steve already has some in his hand, you want to go with that?
Yeah.
All right. So we have some Turtles of Grayskull figures. The first one here being Clamp Champ.
He's a champ, all right.
Yeah, he's got a clamp.
So I haven't had a chance to really do him. I just picked him up.
Yeah.
And I'm not
Okay.
loving how this.
Exactly. That's the first thing I wanted to address. The figure himself, cool sculpt, has some neat stuff on him. He has a bitch of a time holding that.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. Okay, I'll try to show you. You see that bar in there?
Yeah, that bar.
That's what he's supposed to grab. And that sucks. Because he's got a joint on his wrist, and so if you try to slide it in there and put that in there, you really can't get a grip on it.
No, not very good.
And if you do get a grip, it's in a weird spot, and you can't pose them because then it makes them very heavy. Like who thought of this?
Whoever did should get fired. I would have preferred they just put like a slot and you could just shove his hand in there.
Yeah,
which they've done with some things, but yeah,
much better.
Having him have to grip that doesn't seem to make much sense to me. Cool sculpt, give him that, but can't even. Yeah, he's too top heavy.
I hate this figure.
Yeah. So he looks cool. He looks very much like Clamp Champ. He's got some interesting turtle garb.
They did Clamp dirty.
But yeah, this whole clamp thing, although it does look cool, big turtle, angry turtle head. Turtle head. Yeah, just too heavy for him. It doesn't really work out. You put it in front of him and he's done. So, cool sculpt, crappy design.
Lame?
Yep, lame. But he does look cool. I do like the colors and the texture.
His colors are cool. I like his head sculpt. That's probably the same one we've had before, but
yep,
maybe
he's kind of his angry one. You know, he can. I guess there you go. He can lean on it. He can lean on it. Right. So there you go.
Next,
Clamp Champ done. Also continuing with Turtles of Grayskull, we have Ninjor. So this is like a cool dragon-looking version of Ninjor. Big old wings like the ones that we saw in Hordak. He's got his sword, and he's got some translucent purpley arms and legs and whatnot. So, is his mouth open? Oh, it do. It do. Rah!
cool toy.
Cool toy.
Dumb for Motu crossover. Cool toy though.
He's got a spiked collar.
If this was a knockoff, I'd love it.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah. I don't know. Interesting. Cool design. Steve doesn't need it in his life.
Nope, don't need it.
I like it. Much better than Clamp Champ, I
Much
will
better.
say.
Yeah. If I had to pick one of those, I'd pick that one. What is this?
This is something I got from a buddy.
It's not new.
Nope, this is old school, but I had to bring it because I wanted to show you.
Okay.
I don't know what this is from.
Looks like it looks like it's a necklace. Like it goes on a.
Something like that. It's got a little base on it. I'll show the video here. This is we got a Skeletor with like a little loopy there on his head. So like he hangs from something. I don't know if this is an ornament or something. And he's got a little base at the bottom. So
that's weird.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
But
old school. Yeah, I got that from a buddy. He brought it to a show my band played at, and I said thank you. let's see. Let's move into, we'll do the cartoon versions of stuff. Right here we have Invisible Skeletor from the Filmation cartoon. Right now he's wearing this Orko shawl. There you go. He's got a shawl. Now he did come with this little cap for his head, but getting it to stay on is no bueno, man. It's not happening. So I think they kind of dropped the ball on this one too. Maybe I got to warm it up to get it to fit, but boom, it falls right off.
That makes me mad.
Yeah.
Even though I don't even want it.
He is cool though. Translucent. I love translucent stuff. And Skeletor. Yep. He's got a face plate. So this. Yep. There's like his kind of I'm scared.
Kind of reminds me of the Scream mask.
It does.
A little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, the. And then his normal face, which is, Skeletor. So, I'm just slowly starting to pick up some of the cartoon line, and I'm really liking these characters.
Cartoon ones are fun.
Yeah, these are a lot of fun. Don't tell Steve, but if I had to choose between these and like my Super 7 ones, I mean, that would be a difficult one for me because these ones are starting to. These are hitting more of my nostalgia bone. Excuse me. So yeah, Invisible Skeletor, very cool. We got Steve right now messing with the brand new Clawful. Okay, that looks good. I like what you're doing there. You guys can't see it because he's doing it over there, but. Do. If I can. There we go. Looking pretty cool. Very good sculpt.
Yeah, this is cool. Obviously, the Filmation version of Clawful was much different than the toy, and that's what's so fun about this.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is so many, changes.
Yeah. We always wondered why, but you know what? We just accepted it. Oh, that's cartoon version. Boom. He looks just like him. I love the sculpts for these figures. Mattel is knocking it out of the park with the Filmation cartoon line, and eventually I will hopefully get caught up on it, one figure at a time. So, he only comes with that the skull horny thing. I forget what it's called.
Horn of Evil?
Sure. That thing.
Something like that?
So, there you go. I approve.
Last, putting in the little people.
Yes, we have the Origins. I said earlier that I got Despara. So here is the Origins version of her. Looks phenomenal. At least I think so. It looks just like her. Especially for being a little figure. Little fella. Got the double Triclops swords, which people are totally bitching and complaining about. I don't really see a big deal with that. Although, like you said, stretching out the hands could be kind of a thing.
Her hands are really little, and that has a really thick handle on it. And I feel like it's going to stretch out her hands, and they're not going to fit, and they're going to fall. And they just kind of look over it. It's not the fact that they're used Triclops. With me, it's more the fact that
they're just huge.
They're just huge for her, and it just looks like she would be much faster and cooler, and like if they gave her sizable,
Well, she had different swords and stuff like that, and like a staff. At least the classics.
The classics version was really cool. Looked really cool. They fit in her. I believe she had this like cool holsters in the back that stuck up straight, kind of like Deadpool does sometimes.
Yep.
And seems like if I remember right, they fit there kind of loose, but it looked really cool on the shelf, and I think she could have benefited from something like that.
Yep. I do think that this head sculpt is really good. Lots of detail for such a little head. So, I thought it was a two-head situation, but no, it's just a mask. So the Despara part just kind of sticks over her ears. So, but yeah, she looks evil.
She's stealing my haircut.
Yes. Except right now you're wearing a hat. So
right now I'm wearing a hat, and I think it goes the opposite way of my hair. I'm not sure, but
there you go.
At least it stays on there. At least it stays on there.
It does stay on there.
All right, now let's get to some cool.
Yeah.
Not that Despara wasn't cool and Clawful wasn't cool, but the rest of those. So.
Now, that's bold, but you're not wrong. Yeah, so we also have, I brought some Masterverse figures. Masterverse line is probably my favorite one coming out right now. Just because, the new Eternia. Just because it's like, I don't know, it's, you know, it's their own kind of take, but like with little added stuff. And
I think this Evil-Lyn is great.
She looks very nice. Beautiful sculpt on her face there. I mean, just overall, fantastic looking figure. The legs on these kind of, on her sit kind of low. And I don't know if that's a mistake.
You mean they come out of her pelvis low?
Yeah, like down like in her crotula area. They seem to, I don't know if
oh
it's
yeah, I
just
see what you're saying. They don't feel like they kind of almost feel like they're bulging out of her hips.
Yeah, so like it seems like you should be able to push them up and maybe lock them in, but I don't think that that's an option.
No, that doesn't happen. And I really wish that they wouldn't do this. I mean, I'm being nitpicky, obviously, but I don't love the seam.
Oh, the upper thigh swivel there?
Yeah, they can do something different nowadays. They do things different nowadays. You know, we don't need to, we can have that way higher and hidden. Like it was actually.
But, I mean, could you do that with a, $20 figure?
I don't know.
We don't know.
I think you could.
She's beautiful though. I absolutely love this figure. Yeah, this whole, like I said, new Eternia line is really cool. So, yeah, Evil-Lyn.
Fisto coming at you.
We have good old Fisto. Steve's got the classic head. He does come with two different heads. I don't know if we should call him Armo. He's definitely missing his whole arm is metal, which is fine, but
I'm so old and crotchety, I guess, that it's not bad. Okay, they gave us a great Fisto already.
Yeah,
a great straight up Fisto. So I guess there's no reason for me to. I'm not going to complain. It's just different, and it doesn't look like, I don't know. I like it to be just a glove more.
Sure.
But they gave us that, so this is a different one.
Kind of a new take. His weapon here, this hammer, you can actually pop off both sides. There's like a spiky side, and then sort of like the man-at-arms mace piece, and you can actually pop his hand off and put those in place of that, which is pretty cool. He also came with an extra head, which gives him, a little bit of white in his beard and longer hair. So he's like got it tied back, and it has like that, like visory type of headgear, I guess, if you want to put it that way. Isn't that kind of 2000X-y? A little reminiscent of that, I feel.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he had something on his head. It didn't come. Yeah. I guess you could say he had something, but it wasn't.
It wasn't quite.
It wasn't
that,
shaped
but
like
yes.
that.
But yeah, out of all of these figures, him and Evil-Lyn are probably my favorite. This is a very good Fisto. So, and he also kind of has Steve's hair. So, it actually kind of is you.
No. Fisto. I love Fisto.
Very good looking figure. And the final one that I have today with me is Flying Fist He-Man, which you can't really make him do the things, but there you go. He's got his big old windmill weapon. He's got his, well, that fell off. He's got his big old windmill shield. It does spin. Additions to this, he's got like lions on his shoulders.
Why?
And then, why?
Yeah.
You know.
Is that supposed to be
Is it like
something to do with Eternia?
Maybe, I would assume.
Thing, or is it because he likes cats?
Maybe all of the above.
Cat.
Looks pretty good. His big old H looks awesome on there. You know, he's similar to the vintage. Of course, he's got metal boots here, though. Mixing silver and gold, I think, is a fashion faux pas, though. But he wears it nicely.
Silver.
So, yeah. I am still not a huge fan of this face sculpt. Just something about his cheekbones, and just looks like he's wearing eyeliner. He did come with the red piece to put on his back, so you can kind of, you know, hold on to him and make him do the thing. And he also came with gold hands.
His hair needs to be more substantial.
Yes.
It looks like his hair is kind of thin, doesn't it?
It does. Or like he just got a fresh haircut.
Yeah.
Like, so his bangs are a little too short, and he's got to like grow them out a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that the head could actually be decent if they would adjust, if the hair would have just been adjusted.
Well, when they did the Faker with that same sculpt, he looked awesome. But yeah, there's something about it translating to He-Man. It's a great figure, just that there is something about his head, and we know how that goes with He-Man. Like, if you just slightly mess it up, it doesn't look good at all. But
well, I'll tell you what. The 2000X ones from Mondo, they look good.
They do look good.
So, Jeremy, you can buy 7 more He-Mans and complain about their head sculpts. Or you can buy 1
and get 4 great ones. So so there you go. That's, whatever, 7, 8 figures that I brought. And I thank you for going on this journey with us. So
nice.